Can you imagine a world where the very rules you've sworn to uphold become the shackles that bind you? Picture Starfleet, the exploratory and defensive force in the Star Trek universe, faced with such a predicament. Their prime directive, officially known as Starfleet General Order 1, mandates non-interference with other civilizations, especially those less technologically advanced. But what happens when Starfleet itself breaks its own cardinal rule? Let's embark on a journey through time, exploring those instances when Starfleet dared to defy its own prime directive. Our first stop, the classic Star Trek series. Captain James T. Kirk, a name synonymous with Starfleet, found himself violating the prime directive in the episode A Private Little War. Kirk decided to arm the hill people of Neural with flintlock rifles to counterbalance the village people who were already armed by the Klingons. This was a clear contravention of the prime directive, Starfleet interfering in the natural development of a civilization. Next, we enter the era of Star Trek, The Next Generation. In the episode Pen Pals, Captain Jean-Luc Picard and his crew make contact with a pre-warp civilization facing a planetary disaster. Despite the Prime Directive's clear instructions, Picard chooses to intervene and save the planet. Yet another instance of Starfleet's non-compliance. In Star Trek Voyager, we witness another such violation. In the episode Caretaker, Captain Janeway destroys the Caretaker's array to protect the Ocampan people from the Kazon, thereby interfering with the balance of power in the Delta Quadrant. The Prime Directive, it seems, was once again put on the back burner. Lastly, in Star Trek Enterprise, Captain Archer in the episode Cogenitor interferes with the Vissian society by teaching a cogenitor to read, thereby meddling with the societal structure of the civilization, and yet again, flouting the Prime Directive. So what does this tell us about Starfleet and the Prime Directive? It's clear that despite its revered status, the Prime Directive has been violated on numerous occasions. From Captain Kirk's decision to arm the hill people of Neural, to Captain Picard's choice to save a pre-warp civilization, to Captain Janeway's interference in the Delta Quadrant, and finally, Captain Archer's involvement with the Vissian society, the Prime Directive has been bent, twisted, and even broken. It raises a provocative question. Is the Prime Directive an unattainable ideal, a guideline more than a rule? Or is it simply a mirror reflecting the moral and ethical dilemmas that come with power and responsibility? The instances of Starfleet's non-compliance with its own rules suggest that sometimes the ends might justify the means, or maybe, just maybe, that rules are meant to be broken. Take a moment to ponder on that as we continue to navigate the vast expanse of the Star Trek universe. Until next time, keep exploring.